Good morning, girls. Today we discuss about the ways to control monopoly. The first way is legal restriction. In order to avoid wasteful competition, some degree of monopoly becomes necessary. In this situation, charges and profits have been legally restricted. Canal and railway rates can be bought under the control of the legislatures. Similarly, gas, electricity, and local transport undertakings are brought under control. Second way, state or municipal operation. Monopolies of public utility type having long been bought under the local or state administration. And third way, legal action against monopolies. Action is taken against monopolies by the state through legislation such as Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practices Act, Anti-Trust Act, Resale Prices Act, Monopolies and Mergers Act, etc. Tools of monopoly analysis provide some indications as to how monopoly might be regulated. The possible governmental regulatory devices are number one, direct regulation of monopoly price, and second is the regulation through taxation. जो थर्ड वे है इसमें जो भी एक्शन मोनोपोलिस्ट के अगेंस्ट में लिया जाता है स्टेट के लेजिस्लेशन के थ्रू जिसमें मोनोपोलीज रिस्ट्रिक्टिव ट्रेड प्रैक्टिस एक्ट है एंटी ट्रस्ट एक्ट है रिसेल प्राइस एक्ट है एंड मोनोपोलीज एंड मर्जर एक्ट है and next is the regulation of monopoly price. Monopoly can lead to economic inefficiency, further excessive monopoly profit, more commonly regarded as unfair to consumers. Government regulations of privately owned public utilities such as electric power, water, telephone, etc. attempts to fix price, quantity or quality of service. It aims to limit the monopolist to normal profit as well. In a sense, regulation aims at achieving the result that would have occurred its aim to limit the monopolies to a normal profit as well. In the sense, regulations aim at achieving the result that would have occurred had competition been possible. In the diagram, PM and QM are the profit maximizing price and output of unregulated monopolist where marginal cost equals marginal revenue. PM exceeds average total cost, so the monopolist gets the substantial monopolist profit. Another profit to note is that this price exceeds marginal cost as well. It means that resources are not efficiently allocated, in fact, and there is a substantial under the allocation of resources to this product. If the objective of the government is to attain an ideal optimum or efficient allocation of resources, the price fixed by if for the monopolist should equal marginal cost and this price is PE, which is obtained by the intersection of MC and MR at the point E. This price PE may be called the maximum or ceiling price, which causes the monopolist effective demand curve to become PEED. The PE part of this demand curve is perfectly elastic, which means that it is not only the AR but also the MR curve of the monopolist up to the point E. Now, okay, girls.